The great news is, if you are thinking about buying a home anytime soon, it is a great time to get prepared. So if you're thinking about buying, I work with buyers all the time from all different backgrounds, all different ages, all different kinds of job situations. And I would say probably close to about 95% of people who call me who are thinking about buying get pre-approved. It's really, believe it or not nearly as difficult as one would think to get pre-approved to buy a home. Here's a misconception I think that a lot of people have, and it's one that I had absolutely before I got into real estate, and that is that you can buy a house with 0% down. You literally can buy a house with no money. If you want to have the house inspected, that's going to cost you anywhere between $300 and maybe $600, and anyone can pay for your inspection. Of course, you can pay for it yourself, but a lot of times younger couples, their family members volunteer to pay the inspection for them. So you literally can buy a house with no money, believe it or not. The interest rates are great right now. You can buy a house with 0% down. If you're thinking to yourself, for whatever reason, your credit may not be that great. Maybe you have a lot of debt. Maybe you've gone through a divorce, or you're going through a separation, or whatever the case may be. If your credit is not that great, the likelihood is you probably still can buy a house. You may just qualify for an FHA loan, which requires you to have 3.5% down, okay? And so if you are thinking that you're going to qualify for an FHA loan, and maybe you don't have 3.5% down, but maybe you have a family member that can let you borrow the money or gift you the money, listen, there are so many ways to buy a home. Don't count yourself out. So if you are thinking that you want to see if you can buy a home, get in touch with me. I work with lots of lenders, lots of mortgage brokers. A bank is generally not the best place to go unless you want to put 20% down. And even if you do want to put 20% down, generally banks do not have the lowest rates. Another thing about a bank is they're closed on the weekends and nights, as opposed to a mortgage broker or a lender who pretty much they are at your mercy, because they will give you their cell phone number. So I work with lots and lots and lots of mortgage brokers, also known as lenders. All they do is home mortgages. So they are able to shop the rates and get you the best rates, the best terms, the best financing options, the best grants. Listen, there's so many grants out there available for people who need down payment assistance, all the things. So if you are thinking about buying, listen, give it a shot. Give it an absolute shot, because you have nothing to lose. Some people say to me, well, what if we get pre-approved and we don't find a house? The great thing is, once you're pre-approved, that's good for about 90 days. And once you get pre-approved, you know your loan type, you know approximately how much your note is going to be per month. And remember, your mortgage and your taxes and your insurance are all going to be rolled into one note. So before you call me and before you say, I want to go house hunting and I need to get pre-approved, what you need to do is have a good conversation with your spouse, your girlfriend, whoever you're going to buy the house with, unless you're buying it by yourself. And if you are, kudos to you. So what you need to think about is, what is the number that you feel comfortable paying per month as a house note? What is that number? What's the maximum amount? Listen, I get this call all the time from buyers who are thinking about buying a house. And when I say to them, what's your budget? They say $200,000. And I say, what is that note for you every month? And they say, I don't know. So where'd you get the $200,000? Listen, that number is irrelevant if it doesn't equate to a monthly note that you feel comfortable paying. So have the number in your head that you feel comfortable paying per month with a house note, knowing that that includes your mortgage, your taxes, your insurance, and it also includes, if you're in an area that requires flood insurance as well, right? So knowing all those things go into one note each month, what do you feel comfortable paying? Is it $1,000? Is it $2,000? Is it $3,000? Know what your monthly note you feel comfortable paying per month. And when I give you a mortgage broker that can get you pre-approved, don't let them pre-approve you for more than that. So say to them, This is my number. This is all that I want to spend per month, including my mortgage, my taxes, and my insurance. Do not pre-approve me for more than that, because listen, the likelihood is you can get pre-approved for way more than you ever want to spend per month. And you do not want to be in a situation where you are house poor. You do not want to be in a situation where once you pay your house note, you don't have any money to go out. You don't have any money for repairs. You don't have any money for all the upkeep that's going to be required with a house. So have a good, long, hard conversation with your significant other, unless you're buying it by yourself, and have a good conversation with yourself. This is the number that I feel comfortable paying per month, and do not get pre-approved for more than that, all right? Now, you might have a range, but that's okay, but you should have a max, right? So once you're pre-approved, and again, if you don't know of a good mortgage broker or a lender, get in touch with me. I work with lots and lots and lots of people that can get you pre-approved. A bank is not the best place unless you want to put 20% down, and even most of our local banks do not have the best rates. One exception, Abbeville Building and Loan in Abbeville, if you want to put down 20%, they usually cannot. No one usually can beat their rates. They're amazing to deal with. They have low rates, but you have to put 20% down. That's just how it works, right? So generally, most people don't want to put 20% down. And so a mortgage broker or a lender is the best place to start. So get pre-approved, know your monthly budget, only get pre-approved for what you're willing to spend, and then set yourself up with a local realtor in your area who is great at negotiating for you as the buyer. Because I guarantee you, if you don't have a realtor on your side, you're probably going to overpay. You want someone who loves dealing with buyers, who loves negotiating, and is going to work their asses off to get you the number that you need on that house, all right? And sometimes that's repairs, that's closing costs, that's the actual price. That's all the things that go into it, okay? So y'all have a great day. It is a beautiful day to be out. I'm house hunting right now with people who are pre-approved, and we are going to have